Well, hi, Big Al again, and today we're going to be installing a new pump on the water trolley for the shower. Now when we go camping, we use a water trolley to transport water from a tap, from a creek, to use for the shower. We also use it to fill up the water tank in the camper if we're on a long trip. So today we're going to be replacing the old pump with a new one. We found that this old pump has been letting us down a little bit over the last couple of trips. I think the diaphragm's starting to get a bit worn and it does turn off and we end up having a cold shower. So today we're going to be putting a brand new pump on. Now I've got it set up behind me here and I just wanted to show you how the setup actually works. But before we do, some of the tools I'll need today to do this build, a new pump, and what I'm using here is a Aquajet pump. We've purchased this one. It's a little bit bigger than the one we've got on the water trolley now, so we're going to be using that pump. You're going to need a hacksaw. I'm using some stainless steel bolts to connect the water pump to the water trolley. I use one of these cutting devices for cutting the pipe. I find it cuts the pipe nice and neat so you get a good fitting. A set of wire strippers, some silicone, a couple of these joints. Now this joint here comes with the pump. What I've done is I've purchased this John Guest fitting so we can fit the pipe in to this section and this one will fit inside the pump. I've got a John Guest elbow piece on the pump at the moment. The bit of piping that goes into the water trolley is a bit bent, so we're losing a bit of pressure there, so I'm going to fit a new elbow piece, another fitting for the pump, and a bit of John Guest piping. This plumbing system is fantastic. It's so easy to use, it's watertight, and it's really an easy way to connect any type of plumbing in your camper or camper trailer. And the fittings are so good, I've never actually had a leak or a blowout, so we're going to be using a bit of that as well. And last of all, we're going to need a drill to drill some new holes for the pump. Well, what I've got here, what we do with our system is we have a shower head that we use as an old tap fitting for the garden, and it has many different settings on there and we can change that to shower, jet, whatever we need at the time. We've got a bit of hose that we hook up. This goes inside our shower tent. We've got our water heater here. It's an instant water heater and you've probably seen these for sale or on other camping shows. And we've got our water trolley here, and this small pump is what's letting us down. I'm just going to show you at the moment. I've still got it all hooked up. We're going to give it a bit of a test. We're going to see if there's a lot of difference in the new pump compared to the old pump. And first off, you turn it on and you get an automatic ignition in the hot water system, and then the hot water starts coming through. But as you can hear, the old pump's very noisy. We are getting some hot water through now, but it does let us down, and when it cuts off halfway through a shower it can be very cold. So we're going to change the position of the camera now and let's go through the build. Now we're all set up, ready to do the swap over of the pump. Now a lot of these fittings I'm going to reuse. They're very easy to disconnect. You just push in the back section and they simply clip off. We've cut the pipe from the pump. Remove these. Now I'm going to reuse this Anderson plug. Remove the old pump there. Okay. Now, as you can see, the new pump is much larger than the old one, but hopefully with it being a better brand and a bit more pressure, it's going to be a bit more reliable as well. We're going to remove the old hose going into the tank. Now what I do here is with this hose, I always make sure that there's enough hose in there that it's going to sit right down at the bottom of the water, so you're not going to run dry. So I'm just going to make sure we're going the right way around, that's it. Alright, so what we've done now is we've connected the new pump. We've put a new angle on the pump for the inlet into the pump. Siliconed it up. We've put silicone on the inside of these nuts here so we don't get any leaks. We've rewired the Anderson plug. We've fit the new fittings with a tap. Now the reason I have the tap there is when I take it away from the van and I want to fill it up, I make sure I turn that off so we're not losing any water as we transport it back to the van. Pretty simple build, and next part of the video is to see if we're going to benefit from this new pump and see if the pressure's better and the reliability's better. So let's take it back down, hook it up to the water heater, and let's see how it goes. Well, this is the exciting part of any build, testing it all out. Now what I've done is I've filled the water trolley up with water. I've got all the hot water system hooked up. We've got no leaks, which I'm happy with. Oh, we've got a small one just here, but we do have a lot of pressure going in there. We'll get that fixed up shortly. But what we're going to do now is we're going to test it out, make sure that it runs through the hot water system, ignite it and keep it switched on. The other one was pulsating, so it kept switching the burner on and off. So we're going to try this one out here. So what we'll do is we've got it all hooked up. We've got our shower head here. Beautiful. If you could just hear behind me, you would have heard the hot water system ignite. Getting a lot more water pressure, so much quieter as well. I think it's worth every penny in putting this new pump on the water trolley. We've used the old one for so long, it just hasn't worked out for us, so we've changed this over to a new pump. Just remember though, you don't have to use this just for a shower. You can take it down to a creek, fill it up, you can transport it back, put water into your caravan. You can even hook this up to the pressure section of your camper and then use your taps inside. It'll run just the same as a normal pump. You can use it for washing down. If you're out and about and you've done a bit of four-wheel driving, got a bit of mud, you can wash your car down with this. You can wash your feet off. It's a great asset to have in the camper. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video today. If you found it interesting and informative and it's given you some ideas on how you can improve your trips away, make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.